I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Friday, June the 8th, where we're just kind of waiting around here late in the week to see how much higher this fat cattle market's going to be. We haven't seen hardly any trade at all, mostly just in some auctions, some POs on your timed internet sales there on the Fed Cattle Exchange. We've seen just a little dribble of trade, mostly just in the Iowa, southern Minnesota region. All that has been kind of positive, and we feel like that we're going to sell them higher when they eventually sell them. And even though we've got so many cattle and they bought so many cattle out front, they're going to have to trade some cattle because these change speeds have been high enough and the demand is good enough that these packers are needing some cattle. We even noted on the last visit that your northwestern packers are looking for cattle, and they're drifting out into the northern plains looking for cattle because they're a little short. But as I'm reporting here from Dubuque, Iowa at the LMA convention, we're going to be having the World Championship Livestock Auctioneer contest on Saturday. Here on Thursday, reporting, finishing this up, we did have business meetings there at the LMA convention. They touched on a lot of important topics such as traceability, transportation problems, dealer trust, environmental issues, a lot of important things, and all your auction owners and people that are active in the industry were very engaged on these topics. But let's look at the board for Thursday's close. August live cattle futures down 42 cents to end the day at 104.15. Your June spot, of course, performed better than all your out fronts, just like it has all week long, just leading up to things, and it's kind of been chasing down the cash market as we get closer to the mid part of June, but kind of held off here late in the week as to make sure that the market wasn't just steady. It didn't want to get too close up on it, but June was up 7 cents to end the day at 108.37. August feeder cattle were down 67 cents at 146.07. In October, those fall traded months, they continue to stretch out there higher than what your late summer is, and we don't normally see that. Usually whenever fall gets here, your fall calves hurt that market, but right now they're running about a $2 premium in October compared to the August board, with October down 40 cents at 148.05. Like I said, your fat cattle trade has been very, very slow. About the only thing we saw here on Thursday was Thursday morning, reported on mandatory price reporting. They had about 1,300 head in the Iowa, southern Minnesota direct region within the 5-state area, with some live sales in Iowa from 112 to 113. That would be $2 higher, and $180 dressed, which would be $2 to $3 higher. And I think that's probably where your market will settle, is right in there, that 12 to 13. We've seen some auction sales at 15, 15 and a half. We've seen some premium bunch of cattle sell direct earlier in the week in Iowa at 116, but I think probably your logical trades right in there, that 112 to 113 area. Box beef cutout values Thursday afternoon were a little bit easier, with choice boxes at 226.41 down 56 cents. Selects down 24 cents at 203.41, and that gives you a $23 even choice select spread. Slaughter very aggressive this week as we get away from the holiday shortened weeks 2 weeks ago because it was coming up on that weekend, and then of course last week because of your Memorial Day Monday. But your slaughter so far for this week through Thursday, 477,000, and that's 2,000 more than the same week a year ago, and expecting a big Saturday, which will be one of your biggest slaughters for the year. But actual dress steer weights on your actual information come out on May 26th. Had your dress steers 2 pounds up at 848 pounds, but that actual information did show that we had again a larger steer and heifer slaughter than what we'd expected, and continuing to work through all these cattle, and thank goodness for that demand as your packers are able to move this meat and holding it at a pretty good level at good sales, and especially that good export demand. Let's look at your feeder markets, your real-time index on Beef Market Central. At your average from your 7 to 899 pound steers up through your 12-state region there. Late on Thursday, 138.70, gaining 47 cents on Thursday compared to Wednesday's close. Your big sales on Thursday, Pratt, Kansas had 4,500 head there. Your feeders on your early call had a firm to $6 higher, both steers and heifers. You look at the automated report on Cattle Market Central and you see your quotes or your trends are a little bit all over the place, but you can only concentrate on those weights that are the most well tested. And look at those 9-weight steers, 1,194 head of 9-weight steers, average 945 pounds at 132.84 on the weighted average, and that's almost $2 higher than the previous week. Now look down at your heifers on the 7 weights, 1,030 head of 7-weight heifers, average 758 at 131.41, and that was up 66 cents compared to the weighted average from the previous week. Ogallala Livestock in Ogallala, Nebraska had a big special, their barbecue special on Thursday. And look at this sampling of early steer loads on Cattle Market Central there. And just really selling them good out in western Nebraska. Included in those big strings there had 89 steers, weighed 747 pounds at 160.5, and 113 head of steers weighed 833 at 152.50. Now let's look at a video market that you could watch right here on dvauction.com. You can view and bid right there. But Western Video Market way out west had their internet sale on Thursday. Look at this lot here, the Robin Ranch way out in Sacramento, California. No doubt they're Golden State Warrior fans. But Sim Angus, 4 loads of weaned steers there, all black, had a couple blaze face on them, but Simmental Angus cross. 4 loads of them to deliver next week. 280 head, weighed 710 pounds at 165. And that's your feeder flash for Friday.